At just 16 years old, you could be making $100 every single day from doing one of these 5 businesses that I've assembled. Today I'm going to explain each and every one of them and also give you some resources to learn more. The first business or side hustle that you can start is a pressure washing business. So I watched a video with Bia Hessa. He tries out like side hustles and stuff. He had seen the side hustle on TikTok where people like make videos of going around pressure washing like fences and things like that. And then they charge money for that. So he rented a pressure washing machine for like $60 a day. So that is pretty expensive, but you can get cheaper ones out there. And I would recommend just go ahead and buy one, and then it will pay off in a couple of days when you have worked, because you will get paid north of $100 an hour pressure washing, right? And you'll make that from day one, and you don't have to have any experience. So what he did was put up an ad on Craigslist or put up some flyers in like the supermarket or something, and then people would call him. Then he had to pressure wash the house and the sides of the house and the concrete in front of it. I have linked a video down below where there's a guy who makes a fortune doing this. He makes 6 figures every year from his business, who has been doing it for 2 years. So he shares how to get started exactly, so you can get a really good understanding of the pressure washing business. I'm actually going to try this one out, I think, when I get out of school. So the next one on the list is become a drone operator. So I've heard a couple people talk about this, but there's so much opportunity to make money here. My grandparents are selling their house, and they paid a fortune to get a drone above their house to take some pictures, right? And I don't know, maybe some video footage also, to be able to sell the house and market the house. But you can easily do this, and that is not like great video that I've taken. It's just a drone, take some pictures from the top, right? And that is pretty much the whole deal. You don't have to have a great drone to be able to do this. You can probably get away with just paying $500 for like a little out of those tiny drones that all YouTubers use. But you do have to have a license, and I know in my country you have to be 16 to get that license, and it costs around $150 to get your license. But it's like an online thing that you can do. So that is one way that you can monetize being a drone operator. Also, you can take some B-roll out in nature if you have beautiful nature, or you can just use it to like film random things from the top, because I definitely know a lot of YouTubers use this when they like go onto B-roll sites and they have like a subscription. I have a subscription to Envato Elements where I download these drone aerial footage, and they get a commission every time the creator of the content. So that is another way that you can use your drone to make money. And you can just make unlimited amounts of content and put it up on all sites, and you'll definitely be making something, because it's a little bit unique. It's something different from having just a camera and being able to take pictures like everyone else. The next one here on the list is actually pretty much free to start. So you need a ladder and a bucket for this one. And I saw a YouTube video also with a guy starting this one, and that is a gutter cleaning service. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You just put up some signs. Craigslist, he put up an ad on Craigslist, got a call, and he did the whole house, gutters, cleaned the gutters around, and then he like upselled on cleaning the roof also, because there was debris on there that would just go down into the gutter again. So he cleaned that up. He also had some like fixed the gutter where it was like loose, and he charged extra for that. So he was like, $10 more, I'll do this little thing that took like 1 minute to do, and then for cleaning the roof he like charged an extra $50. So imagine you come into like a neighborhood with a lot of elderly people, right? They don't want to crawl up on their roofs, and that is why all it takes is just a ladder and a bucket, really, and a pair of gloves. He just took it out like this, moved along, and it looked very nice afterwards. Gutter cleaning service is definitely one that you could probably start today. Just go to a store, buy a ladder, buy a bucket, buy a pair of gloves, and get out there, knocking on doors, putting up flyers, whatever. I've also linked a video down below where a guy shows you exactly how to get started and how he got started. So the next one on the list is a light bulb replacement service. So especially if people have high ceilings in their house, they don't want to crawl up there and change their light bulbs, and that is what you can do. So this is probably one of the most unique ones I have on here, but it's just a different service that you can get started with. You probably also just need a ladder, pretty much, maybe a ladder like this, so you can get up in the ceiling. So another one that you can start and put up some flyers. I really recommend. I think that is a great way to get started. Just print like 100 flyers and set them up all over the place in the cities nearby you, so you don't have to drive too far. Fifth one on the list here, the last one, is a mobile oil changing business. So you do oil changes on people's vehicles, and you charge around 20 to 55 bucks is what I could understand you can charge for an oil change, but you can then also upsell to like changing other fluids and in the car and stuff like that. So I've linked a article down below that explains exactly how to get started and what you can upsell on, how much you can charge, what equipment you need. But it did say like a $2,000 to get started, right? And I found a video on YouTube where a guy like went to a store and bought all the things he needed, and it was quite a bit of stuff. So this is also one that takes a little bit of a start investment, maybe a couple $1,000s, but then you can make $100 an hour if you can do 2 oil changes in an hour, which they said were possible. So you can pretty quickly make up the initial investment. And that is the same with like the pressure washing business, right? In a day you could be turning a profit, because I don't know how much a pressure washer costs, but if you're making $100 an hour and you're working when you get home from school, right, you can make a lot of money just that first day of work. So the problem is really probably getting the clients, and if you have a good system for that, and if you have a reliable system where you consistently get new clients and old clients are happy and keep reaching out to you to get more work done, this could be a sustainable, all these could be sustainable business models that could bring you in a ton of money and could just act like a job with a better wage where you don't need any education. So if you're 16 years old or older than that, I would recommend you take a look at one of these and go learn more down in the description.